Today we are going to start with ledger account. A ledger account is to group all the business transactions from journal under one account to ascertain how much net we own or how much we owe to others and show how much are our net expenses of particular under particular head for comparing purpose and for controlling purposes. Each ledger account has opening balance brought down at beginning of the period and closing balance carried down at the end of the period. Closing balance of previous period becomes opening balance of next year. All nominal accounts are closed with by transferring to trading account or profit and loss account depending on whether it is productive expenses or non-productive expenses. Drawings are closed by transferring to capital account. It is always in T shape. That is, ledger account is always in T shape. On its debit side, we have debit balances, and on its credit side, we have credit balances. If debit side exceeds credit side, we write balance CD closing at the end of the period, which becomes BD at the beginning of the period. At the end of the period we write CD, and at the beginning of the next period we write BD. In assets ledger, on debit side we show increase in the value of asset, and on credit side we show decrease in the value of asset. In case of liability, in ledger, on credit side, we show increase in liability, and on debit side, we show decrease in liability. In case of expenses and losses, they are always on the debit side, and incomes and gains are always on the credit side. This can be illustrated with the following ledger accounts. Showing cash account. On the debit side, we have debit date particulars LF, debit amount. We write LF because every transaction has dual effect on the debit account as well as on the credit account. The page number on which we are having simultaneous credit other account, that page number is given here, so that for reference purpose easily we can check the amount there. Then on the credit side also we are having same date particulars LF amount. Now on debit side, for example, on January 1st 2000 we started our business with capital 50,000. So we will write to capital account 50,000. Then on January 5, we have a cash sales of 20,000. So we will write to sales 20,000. Then on January 9, we have received from Lisa 15,000. So we will write to Lisa 15,000. On January 13, we have sold the machinery for 26,000. So we will write to machinery account 26,000. The total of debit side comes 1,11,000. Now on the credit side, on January 10, we have bought goods for cash 20,000. Then on January 8, we have paid to John 6,000 to buy John 6,000. January 18, we have bought furniture for 18,000. We are writing buy furniture 18,000. Now on the close of the month, January 31st, we are writing by balance CD. CD stands for closing balance. It is coming that the difference is coming 67,000. Credit side total also comes 1,11,000. Now on the first day of the next period, that is February 1st, we are writing balance BD to balance BD 67,000. Ledger accounts, we are having capital account. On the credit side, we have started business with cash 50,000. So on January 1st, we are writing buy cash 50,000. Then on January 31st, 2000, we have made a drawings of 25,000. So we are writing to drawings account because the capital account is closed with drawings account. Then the balance CD is 25,000. Total of both sides is 50,000. Next example we have taken of drawings account. On the credit side, 2000 January 5, we have withdrawn from the business cash 5,000 to buy cash 5,000. And on January 8, we have withdrawn from the business from bank 2000. So we have written buy bank 2000. And on January 15, we have withdrawn goods from the business for personal use 18,000. So we have written buy stock 18,000. The total of drawings is coming 25,000. So drawings account on the debit side, we are transferring to capital account. To capital account 25,000. The total is 25,000. Taken wages account. In we have taken all the product normally. Power account, factory expenses, factory rent account, factory expenses account, coal account, fuel, carriage, inward, or any other manufacturing expenses account. So because all these expenses goes to trading account. So whatever we have paid on January 12, we have paid 10,000. The to bank we have written 10,000. Then on January 16, we have paid cash 8,000. The to cash 8,000. Then on January 24, we are having outstanding expenses of 6,000, productive outstanding expenses 6,000 to return to outstanding expenses 6,000. The total of expenses, productive expenses is coming 24,000. So on January 31st, 2000, we are transferring these expenses by trading account 24,000. The total is 24,000. Taken an example of salaries, that is those expenses which are non-productive, they are shown in profit and loss account. So they include office rent, discount, bad debts, depreciation, carriage outward, interest, etc. So on the debit side, we write January 12 to bank 5,000, January 16 to cash 8,000, January 31st to outstanding expenses 3,000. On the credit side, we write January 31st by profit and loss account 16,000. The total of that is coming 16,000.